He can't stop crying.
So today we have an update on the entire Sneako situation after he became very upset over the fact that some of the biggest streamers in the world had been straight up ignoring him.
Yes. Have fun, guys. Okay.
Thank you.
And then chose to vent to Logan Paul's left nut, and of course DJ Academics. And those conversations can be summed up as him questioning, why don't those grown men like me and want to spend time with me? To other grown men, while they just shrug their shoulders. And this might be the most reacception thing we've ever had on my channel.
What the hell?
As you have Sneako reacting to Agent, reacting to my initial video on this situation. And here we're gonna see Agent's thesis on basically why people are not f***ing with Sneako.
Yo, I'll tell you why I think Nick some ignore Sneako.
Why?
Because Sneako puts people in positions where it's a lose-lose often. Like, he'll ask questions that, like, he wouldn't mind answering because he already lost those opportunities for himself. But those people didn't make that decision. And there's probably a lot of people on the line. It's like a lot of people relying on him and shit like that. So I don't want you to ask me no controversial ass question that I have no business in anyway. You feel me?
If you're in the business of podcasting, the whole point should be seeking the truth. That's the point of having a microphone and speaking to an audience, is trying to get to some sort of truth. If you're not willing to figure that out.
But they don't have a podcast, bro. The people in question here don't have a podcast. They don't. I had a podcast, but I don't ignore Sneako. I don't. In fact, I was asked, yo, is it cool if he slides on the Africa trip with us for a certain purpose? I said, yo, I tell y'all niggas over and over again, I think I learn a lot from talking about Sneako because he does and says shit that's different from most people. And I think having a friend that's outside the bubble of what you're used to in general is worth having, as long as they're not saying nothing too dangerous or crazy. And you could argue maybe Sneako passes that line for a lot of different reasons. But I actually think there's value in having people like that in their circle. Dead ass, bro. Seriously. So I'm not one of those people. So if he's about to say I did that, I have never ignored Sneako. Because I know they don't have a podcast. So is he talking about me?
Turn off the microphone.
That's just such a stupid point of view to have. Like, imagine.
I don't ignore the nigga, bro. I actually called the nigga 2 weeks ago. After this clip, after I seen this clip popping on Twitter, I wanted to talk to the nigga for it. I just wanted to see where his head was at. I called the nigga. He didn't pick up. And I don't think he's ignoring me. Nigga probably was just doing some shit. Feel me? Dan, this feel like reactionception. I'm reacting to Jamari react to a clip of me reacting to his video where he was showing a Sneako clip.
It's like a Nintendo podcast.
Hey guys, I know we would normally talk about Mario and why he saved Peach today, but
today I actually want to talk about the geopolitical state of the world.
Like, this is a Jaden Smith-ass talking point if I've ever seen one. I think that some of these guys get so much in their conspiracy bag that they start making comments like this.
While everybody's watching the Super Bowl, watching Taylor Swift chug a beer, the Palestinians...
Look, even for me, chat, who, again, I'm not one of the niggas that ignore Sneako, it's currently a lose-lose for me to talk about this. I gain nothing, bro. Literally, bro. I'm not going to benefit in what way whatsoever from talking about the situation, but I know that his audience is going to run with it, because once that video y'all just saw, bro, my mentions were blown up for like 2 days over that, of niggas in his community mad at me, even though I'm not even in the group of people to be mad at. You feel me? So it's just like, how do I explain the lose-lose? The perfect example is Sneako, if he's watching this. When you walked up to a drunk Charles Barkley and made a joke about women belong in the kitchen. Even if Charles Barkley believes women belong in the kitchen, the fact that you made that joke in front of him, had he agreed, would have risked his job. You feel me? Those are the lose-lose situations I'm talking about. And he puts people in them frequently. And he usually does it because it's in his best interest. That's a clip for him. So it's in his interest to do that. It's just a joke at the end of the day. He's making a joke, but that joke he gets to monetize and he gets to benefit from. And on the opposite side, Charles Barkley has everything to lose from that situation. Those are the lose-loses. So when you're known for being that guy, of course some people aren't going to want to associate with you. But I do think there is some truth to what he said about if you have a mic in front of you, you have a podcast, you should pursue the truth. And I do think in a weird way, Sneako is trying to pursue the truth. I think he does consider all POVs before giving out his take, agree or disagree. And I think that most people are afraid of doing that because of the repercussions, in all honesty, to give him some credit, bro. But that doesn't mean that everybody who's not willing to say something controversial they have some nefarious reason for doing that. You feel me?
Casinos are getting even more, and I think this was one of the biggest days in a while. It's not to say that you're a normie or an NPC for watching the Super Bowl. You are, because it is. But they do that strategically during major events while Ice Spice is wearing an upside-down cross specifically so that you don't realize what's happening. We got to raise awareness for this stuff.
Like, can you guys believe that one event that has been going on and been like a massive spectacle for the last 60 years is still going to go on while something else bad happens in the world? Like, obviously, media does serve as a form of distraction, but so does damn near any other form of entertainment.
And, you know, he put me through that before in the past, too, where he was asking me a whole bunch of questions about things I really had no insight in or care for. But it's like, it's controversial, so it's like you kind of have to have an opinion or niggas get mad at you.
While Taylor Swift is chugging a beer on live TV for your entertainment, they're moving people out of the Gaza Strip.
This dude just loves that fucking talking point.
Because when we were kids and we were learning about the Holocaust and we were learning about Nazi Germany, we all had this idea like, if I was there, I would have stepped up. I would have said something. How could this have happened? I would have. Well, it's happening right now, today. And you're saying nothing.
Bro, that's not the truth, bro. What Sneako is an activist with the platform. That's what he's turned into. And I think he used to make commentary videos. He's now kind of turned activist. And I think there's some benefits to that. But that's a conflict, bro. And here's the fucked up part, bro. It's like, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. In the Palestine situation, I have a vested interest, bro. I'm Muslim, and I know they're Muslim, bro. So of course I want to see them free. They're in a situation they can't get out of, and they're being criticized. Niggas is pointing the finger at them. They can't leave. Egypt doesn't want them. The other side is water, and the other side is Israel. What do? They go underground. Where can they go? They have no option. These people are fucked in every way possible. They don't deserve that, obviously, bro. Of course they don't deserve that. Nobody is saying they deserve that. So bringing awareness to a topic is one thing. And I do think in whichever way you could provide, if you have money and that's what you can provide, give money to the cause. If it's awareness and that's what you can provide, give awareness to the cause. But because, like, for example, the Ukraine situation, I'm keep the buck. I don't really care, bro. And not that human loss means nothing. It's just you can't care about everything. And the things I end up caring about are the things that most of the time have some form or impact on me or people I'm associated with. Bro, it's scary to hear that my dad lives in Ethiopia and there is the craziest conflict happening on the earth. The last 3 years, 600,000 people died in Ethiopia. That is the craziest conflict in this century. The most deaths this century, and it's 3 years, bro. That's happening where my parents live, dog. Okay, and this shit is scary when I get a call saying they burn a mosque down or that there's like this whole fucking village got torn apart. That's scary, bro. And so it's the end of the day, I don't think I can be the correct activist. So at times I could try and bring awareness to things, but more than anything, that's not my role. So what I do is what I can. Anytime I have family members going back to Ethiopia, put money, boom, just like that. And that's how they travel. That's the only way. You can't send money through banks because the fees collect all the money on the way in. That's the only way you can do it. So I try and play my role wherever available to do my best. And in reality, that's all I could do. So Sneako, I get where he's coming from. He wants people to do things that's going to make a positive difference in the world because that's where he is. But that would require, that takes a ton of effort. That's the best way I'm going to try and explain it. Does that make sense? Like, Sneako's main role right now is to talk about these things. He can't reasonably expect that from people who are entertainers. Does that make sense? That's the best way to explain it, bro.
You're doing nothing.
And it's just funny to me that he wants to bring up the tragedy of the Holocaust when it's convenient for him, when over the last couple of years, he has quite literally platformed and been buddy-buddy with people who literally deny the entire thing. And he himself has spoken favorably about the man who caused all the genocide.
So I thought about Nick about a year ago, looking for the truth. And I think that's how a lot of people find America first, because it is inevitable.
Like, he spent the greater part of the last year speaking very poorly about Jewish people. But now that that situation can be used as fuel towards his argument, well, he's all for it. I think it just goes to show that when you're always like looking for attention and trying to rage bait people and just say the most controversial thing to pop into your head, you become kind of like the boy who cried wolf. And then when you try to actually talk seriously about something, people are like, oh, that's just that guy, he's always yapping. And I also do not think like these online activists who are constantly posting these things onto their story are any better than anyone else. Like, they're not getting anything more accomplished. Sneako would also go on to further discuss him getting ignored.
You know what the sad part is about the internet chat and what I realize, if I'm keeping it a buck with y'all? If I don't broadcast my good deeds, it's as if I never did them, bro. Even if it doesn't matter, I could still positively impact the lives of people. But as long as I'm not broadcasting it and posting it, it's as if I didn't do anything. Bro, no matter who I donate to or what I donate to, no matter who I try and help, if I don't post about it, it's like that's now worth criticizing. How come I didn't do anything? Well, how do you know I didn't do anything? Feel me? And I'm not gonna lie to you, and that's part of the reason why I've been publicizing it more and more when I do good things. Because one, I think that I have been motivated by people who posted stuff doing good things. And so I'm like, maybe I could be that inspiration for someone else. But also, two, it low-key is like a shield from people trying to criticize you sometimes. But like, even like growing up, the mosque we used to go to, nobody would donate publicly. I don't know how to explain it. Like, even when you would donate money, like they would always do it privately. They would like, don't say my name, nothing. I just want to give. Because when you donate with the intention of getting recognition, that's a really big sin in our religion, like a really, really big sin. Because it's like, I forgot what the word for it was, but you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to do it for the sake of Allah. That's it. And it's like, it's so hard to do that in 2024 without people getting online and saying like, you're not doing enough. You don't know how much I'm doing. You have no clue. What you're doing is being done publicly. That's why you can say these things. So then what? Do you want me to pull up receipts for everything I donated? You know how big my ego has to be to try and prove you wrong? It just feels like it's like, bro, what are you supposed to do in that situation, bro? What are you supposed to do? Are you supposed to how you prove it to people? And why do you even need to? It's still, no matter whether or not you prove it to people or not, it still made the difference. Small or big, it still made the difference.
Ignored by Aiden Ross, Kai, and Speed.
Like, these two people didn't completely ghost him when he got canceled. Where were Kai and Speed when you got banned on Twitch for saying there's two genders? They can't say it. They never will. They completely ghosted you, Aiden, because you were brand risky. What happened to the friendship there? You know who was there? Kai. When you got accused of when last year, New Year's Eve, when they tried to accuse you of, who was there on stream defending you while everybody else was silent? Well, everybody else was like, what?
I mean, I get what he's saying, but Jesus Christ, does he just come off as almost like the nice guy to me? You know, it's like when the girl goes back
to... Bro, chat, watch what I'm about to say right now. Look, I'm going to pre it. Someone's going to clip some part of my reaction now, and it's going to be his audience, most likely. And it's not even if Sneako doesn't agree or disagree, his audience is going to get mad at some of the points I made. True or not, they're going to get mad at it. And then it's going to reinforce my original point, which is true. No matter what you say, bro, your inclusion in these conversations is a lose-lose. I'm telling you. People will not agree to disagree with you. My inclusion in this conversation, for me, there's nothing to gain, bro. It's just going to be a wave of hate for no fucking reason, my nigga. I'm telling you, bro. But it's going to happen regardless. And so I'm saying that's the exact reason why people would rather not, bro.
To her douchebag boyfriend, and this nice guy is calling her complaining like, why don't you want to be with me? When he did you dirty, when he slept with that other girl, I was the shoulder for you to cry on all those lonely nights. So why are you back with him? Honestly, I think the biggest mistake that Sneako made in this situation is expecting loyalty, expecting friendship, or anything of this sort from people whose sole infatuation seems to be becoming increasingly more famous and essentially networking their way up to the top. I've been to some of these influencer events, guys. I've hung out with people who it seems like they're just on a mission to get into a room with the most popular person that they can. And I quickly realized like this shit is not for me. So I get what he's saying. I just don't get how he could be so naive to that idea when he has been around influencers for his entire adult life.
Aiden Ross on Rumble Sports next to two Rumble creators while I'm sitting on the other side. That just blows my mind, first off. But second off, the shit that really, but you have to understand that, the stuff that really pisses me off, look at Aiden Ross's shirt.
fourth or fifth or shit.
It says brand risk. Aiden Ross is wearing a shirt that says brand risk, bro. I just give me that shirt, bro. Give me that. Take that shit right the off your chest. What do you mean risk? You fucking joking me? Bro, you're basically getting initiated into the Illuminati.
My nigga. I don't care if you're more of a brand risk, okay? You could say that you deserve it more, but bro, there's at least one wild clip I done see from Aiden streams at least every week, bro. He qualifies, my nigga. You can't take that from him, bro.
And I don't know. I just think this guy comes off as more envious than anything else, that someone else could actually say some of those things and still see quite a bit of success and get in with these mainstream people. Because you can't tell me that if he was afforded those same opportunities that he would not take them.
They try to lump me in with these other influencers. I want to reiterate right now, I am not like these other niggas, man. I am not like one of these other influencers. I'm not them.
I'm not like those other girls.
The only videos that they allow of me on YouTube right now are videos of me getting punched in the face. If I'm ever clipped in a positive way on YouTube, they take it down. When it's ever something negative, when it's a hit piece, when it's a documentary trying to shit on me, Sneako got humbled, they keep it up. On TikTok, my face...
I'm sorry, Sneako. I'm sorry, bro.
Needs to be blurred. They need to call me Sneakio on TikTok. Who else streams on Rumble? My generation. Who else is doing it?
I mean, the guy did pretty much make his bed, and now he's having to lay in it, and it seems like he doesn't really like it. It goes back to the point I made earlier. When you're trying so hard to go against the grain and be controversial just for the sake of being like the biggest brand risk you can be, because he obviously takes extreme pride in that.
What do you mean risk? You fucking joking me?
You can't also be surprised when you face the effects of your actions. Now, I will say I think it's going to be very interesting to see where Sneako's career goes from here. For Sneako, it's like not everyone's going to be your friend, bro, even if you showed them loyalty. And the only other point I'll make is that when it comes to any business, any corporation, entertainment or not, they're always going to value the people who are bringing in the most income for them. So not everything is some conspiracy or some censorship. Sometimes they're just making the smarter business decision. And it's like...
I also think, like, I think the closeness matters too. Like, if you're really close friends with someone, you'd be willing to do whatever, right? Like when Nick Merckx got in that drama with Call of Duty and his friends stood up for him. Well, a few of them did. Like, they were close. It wasn't like, it's like if that's your best friend, you would take a bullet for your best friend, bro. But you're not going to take a bullet for a distant friend or a nigga you see every once in a while. That's just not realistic. I think that's also an important play, like, because if you're admitting you're a risk, then people have to take that risk. I think that's important too, bro. Like, you're not gonna risk it all for a nigga you don't really know like that too. At least I wouldn't, bro. I'm gonna have to fuck with you seriously.
Do we want to go with the people who have
we'll do the coin flip right after,
and they have all these young fans who are going to be consuming media?
You wouldn't take a bullet for your best friend, chat, bro? Best friend? What? What are you talking about? Bro, I don't have no doubt in my heart that if niggas shot a bullet, bro, Waleed would jump in the way of that, and then vice versa. What? Nah, that's not love then, bro. Like, nigga would drop everything, bro. When I was in Atlanta and they jailed me over a clerical error, bro, Waleed could have went home. The nigga was in the car outside the jail the whole time, just in case. Are you serious? That's your cousin? We're not blood cousins. We just knew each other since we were 0. We just call each other cousins because our parents told us we were cousins. But we're not blood cousins, though. But that type of love. But I'm saying, like, for Waleed, though, for sure. It could be like, bro, Waleed needs a surgery for $500,000. Do you think I have to think about that? Bro, boom, nigga. $500K, man. Get this nigga back to full health. Let's go. Like, there's some niggas you wouldn't even need to question that for. Because that's your bond. I feel like when you have that, then of course you're willing to risk everything.
For years to come and spending money on media for years to come? Or do we want to go with the guy who has been saying controversial things just for the sake of it for the last couple of years?
Poll, yeah, let's do a poll.
Bro,
your best friend, your bestest friend, bro. Are you taking a bullet? Yes or no, bro? Real honest answer, though. Like, that means you could potentially die as a result of taking a bullet, but he's saved or she's saved.
And logically, one just makes more sense. Either way, y'all let me know what you guys think about this situation down below. As always, I do want to thank you guys for watching today's video, dropping a like and subscribing. But as y'all know, it's been your boy Tan Superman. Some other streamer.
73% is higher than I thought. Not gonna lie. Hey, Jamari, good video, bro. I think at the end of the day, Sneako understands my POV. I think he does. I just think it frustrates him, bro. I think the situation frustrates him. But I think he knows what I'm saying is sensible, bro. I'm not saying nothing outrageous. Oh, so you like the video? Boom. You're gonna like that one too, man. Go ahead, just. Bro, click the video. What the? Bro, that's what I be saying. Like,